Here's something that that we were talking about a little bit earlier, and he was at the beginning of the show from the C-Spire text line. JT, is there any truth to the video out there circulating on Facebook about a cure for CWD out of LSU? Well, what we're talking about and what we were talking about, and I presume what he is talking about, is Dr. Frank Bastian, a neuropathologist at LSU, suggesting that CWD could be caused by a bacteria that are causing these prions to be unfolded. Right. We don't know if that's the case or not. This is something very new.
It's not been replicated. He is on a pretty good theory, though, and that's not to say that in and of itself is a cure. Basically, the way to think of it would be he has possibly uncovered the mechanism that is causing the prions to be misfolded, and if it is a bacteria, then a cure would be out there. It's not to that point yet, but if it's a bacteria, we can kill it.
Yeah, I think it's being represented as there's a cure because he's identified it as a bacteria,
right? And
common science tells you that there is a cure for a bacteria. There is no mechanism for the cure yet,
right?
Yeah. But this whole CWD thing, there is so much that is unknown, and that has been the biggest problem about CWD is what we don't know. And if this information is indeed true, it's going to be huge into furthering more science to try and develop more information, possibly a cure. If you're talking about a cure on a widespread scale to a wild population, that's going to be quite a deal. You're talking about, in some states, hundreds, thousands of square miles of area that's affected by CWD. But if you're looking at enclosures, farm-raised deer, farm-raised cervids, certainly that's something that's more manageable. But the bottom line is it's new information. There is not a cure yet. It's just new, good information that's going to be very effective.
And the real interesting thing, the stuff that I read of it, was that he thinks this same bacteria is also playing into these other closely related diseases, like scrapie in sheep and the Crutchfield-Jacobs, whichever, in humans, possibly even in Alzheimer's. So, man, if he's on something with all of that, literally, that's probably Nobel Prize winning type stuff.
Yep. And all this type of knowledge always births something else.
This could be interesting, could be revolutionary, but it's going to take some time. We don't know if he's right. He's got a theory out there right now, and that's what scientists do. I mean, that's how they operate.
That's right. My understanding, I think, is that he's been able to grow that bacteria in the laboratory and maybe infect some individuals with it. So the one thing, if it is caused by a bacteria, that means theoretically you should be able to come up with something that can kill it. Bacteria can be killed.
Is going to be dealing with it in a wild population.
That's right.
Sure.
Yeah.